Simply Ming is made possible with support from Contessa, All-Clad, Breitling, and Ocean Spray.
Hey, this is Ming Tsai from Simply Ming. Today I want to show you some shortcuts that will make your life easier but still produce tasty food. I'm talking about frozen things like puff pastry, which is what we have here. There's a brand called Dufour that's excellent. It's made with real butter. But it's not just puff pastry that you get from the frozen aisle. You have wonton skins and lumpia wrappers. There's another puff pastry made with soy oil, and this is phyllo dough. All these things are absolutely possible to make at home, but incredibly difficult, and actually the quality is quite good. So let's go ahead and show you a couple things you can do with puff pastry. Puff pastry is millefeuille. It's literally 1,012 layers, supposedly, when it's made. And a couple classic preparations. One is called vol au vent, which are, I'm going to cut a square. Vol au vent is basically a square package that traditionally you would serve like, we're going to serve a mushroom duxelle in it. It can be many different things, but with this vol au vent, you just lay it down, and then you take a smaller square, and you just make an indentation like that, all right? And then what happens when you do that is when it cooks, that indentation continues, and you'll see that you'll easily be able to pull the lid off and then stuff it. Now, another thing that we do for pastries and dessert is you can cut, just using a knife, you can cut rectangles of this puff pastry, all right? And once you have a rectangle, we'll do one here and one like this. You bake these in the oven until they get golden brown, and then you actually put a good amount of powdered sugar on top, and that's how you get a beautiful glaze. Oh, that piece didn't come off so well, so make sure it's nice and square. And once you cook it and get it brown, then you add this glaze to it on top, and that glaze is delicious. That gives it a really crispy color to it and a nice sweetness as well. All right, and I'll show you, once those are cooked, this is what they look like. So these are the vol au vents. They puff up nice, and you can take a paring knife to these things. I already did this one. And the cap comes off, and then you take the inner stuffing out, all right? So one easy, quick dish you can do is take, this is just a wild mushroom duxelle that we made. I love mushrooms. Cooked with garlic, cream, and a little bit of thyme. Have a little bit overflowing is fine. Fantastic appetizer, served just like that. Very simple, savory. And then with the crystallized one, with the powdered sugar, you make a beautiful Napoleon. See how beautiful and shiny it gets? Again, you cook it till it's brown. You add a bunch of powdered sugar using a shaker. Shake it on top. And I have just a tasty mixed fruit but Napoleon. And the last thing you can do is just take a sheet. Everyone likes chicken pot pie or beef stew pot pie. You can just take a sheet and just kind of stretch it on top. And this could be leftover chicken stew or beef bourguignon or whatever. And that you can bake in the oven, and you end up with just a great crust, and you end up with something like that. So it just makes something look so much tastier. It doesn't really take that much more effort. And again, it's coming out of your freezer, so you can always have it at your home. It's all about making food tasty but simple. And as always, peace and good eating.
Simply Ming is made possible with support from Contessa, All-Clad, Breitling, and Ocean Spray.
Watch Simply Ming on your public television station.